It's a unique experience in that it combines study abroad with service learning. It's a way of keeping Mercer's Baptist heritage and connections alive and visible.
Something about Mercer on Mission kind of called out to me, because not only are you studying abroad, but you're also participating with locals and doing something, and that was also what I enjoyed doing.
I'm not sure that I expected it to be as much study as abroad, but it was definitely a good, equally both study and abroad.
So often we have opportunities to study, but it's from a book. This is face-to-face. This is in the very country that you are learning about. You are no longer an observer, you are a participant in the life of that country, and that's a unique aspect of the program.
I've always wanted to do a study abroad, but I never wanted to just simply go abroad and take courses. I wanted to actually engage myself and feel like I was really part of the culture and really doing something.
I was a little nervous and kind of anxious at the same time, but once we got there, I loved every minute of it.
Mercer has been engaged in both foreign study. Service on campus is something else we were doing. We were doing two things very well. Now we were being asked to do them together.
I think the real goal was to take our students as far away from the things they're comfortable with and to plunge them into a brand new environment, completely devoid of cell phones, iPods, Blackberries, computers, anything of that nature, and to force them to listen and to look and to watch and to taste the wonderful aromas of East Africa.
I had done, I guess, group service trips before, so I knew, I guess, that there were going to be challenges, definitely, but that it was going to be worth it in the end. I had never done study abroad before, which was definitely a big aspect of this trip.
I expected to learn, of course, from a different culture. We don't really get that opportunity, especially in this part of the country. I don't believe we do. And I expected to have some fun, which we definitely did.
Although our studies were very important and very prevalent, the most important thing I think about the trip was the integration of the schoolwork with your interaction with the environment. And that's part of what I loved about the trip so much, is getting very intimate with one culture in such a short amount of time.
I was really interested in the actual program. It's like a mini Peace Corps, and Peace Corps is something that I thought about for after college. So I thought maybe I can get my feet wet, go on this program, experience it, and see actually how life is over there, and if I would want to go back.
I was very excited about it, and I'd never been on a study abroad before, and I thought, well, if I'm going to go study abroad, I might as well do something with my time while I'm there.
It's an experience where, yes, you're doing studying, but you're also having the cultural experience where you're learning about this culture, you have your own culture, and the classes are kind of seeing how they kind of work together.
It just gave me more focus as to what I want to do and who I want to be, how I want to live my life, who I want to be in that life, and then after I'm gone, what impact have I left?
We may not have changed the world while we were there, but we changed, and we know that in some small way the people that we were with changed. We impacted each other in some small way, and so that's really cool.
I talk about it with the other kids that went on the trip all the time, and we just can't describe like the huge impact it had on every part of us.
It definitely affects you and makes you want to give and reach out.
If I'd gone without it, I don't feel I would be as good of a person. Just quite frankly, I wouldn't be as good or as knowledgeable of a person as I am right now.
I'm more aware of how I live my life, of the impact that my life makes on not only everyone else's life, but on the nature that sustains my existence.
Mercer on Mission has kind of steered me to thinking about doing mission work when I graduate in May. So I'm thinking, like, maybe that's my calling.
When you go and meet another person and you live with that person and you help participate in their life, whether it's building a cooking hut or working with their children in a daycare center in the ghettos of Rio, or whether it's wrapping an orphan up in your arm and playing tag with them for a little while. You learn that people are all the same, and what they want is they want to be loved, they want to be cared for, and this program has evoked so much more awareness of that unity within the human family.
If anything, I think that I saw just how much I can do here, as well as out in the world. These are opportunities that you get once in a lifetime, and you get credit while you're there for studying, and you get to do an amazing thing while you're at it. It's just something that you can't really turn down when you hear about it. There's no downside to it.
This first-hand learning experience is just, like I said, it's so beneficial to anybody. You couldn't ask for more. You really couldn't in a learning environment.
It's about going and taking a class to learn about the culture that you're visiting, so that when you are immersed in that culture to the extent that you are, you can understand and appreciate them on their terms.
I ended up working with younger kids more like the entire trip, so I don't know, I came back and I felt like that's what I wanted to do.
But I think it's an incredible program, and I'm excited to see that it's expanding and going to even more locations.
Everything that you don't expect and something that you can't afford to miss.
Mercer on Missions was a wonderful experience for me, and I would encourage everybody to do it.
I think the more students that do this, the better Mercer's campus will be, because they come back changed. If you can't be the same person after experiencing those things.
Mercer on Mission has one goal: transforming lives. Transforming minds through rigorous study, transforming hearts through meaningful service, and transforming souls through spiritual reflection. If we can transform lives, then we can change the world for the better. That's what Mercer on Mission is all about, transforming lives. The university has a tremendous commitment to this program. The university has invested financially in the program to such a degree that it makes it very affordable for almost any student to be able to do this. Explore the world, discover yourself. Mercer on Mission is a wonderful opportunity to do both, and we feel like that's what education at its best ought to be about.